And finally, to our special segment, Resurgent Africa. Amid reports of coups and crises that dominate the headlines from the continent, we get you positive stories that often get overlooked. In the heart of Kenya, a construction firm has set its sights on alleviating the nation's housing crisis. The introduction of cost-effective 3D printed homes aims to address the need for affordable housing in the East African nation. These innovative dwellings boast a trifecta of benefits: flexibility, sustainability, and faster construction timelines. With innovation at the center, Kenya is all set to revolutionize its housing sector.
These narrow lanes of slums in Kenya's capital Nairobi carry the burden of the stories of many living in them. Amidst a maze of rusty iron sheets, people navigate their daily chores. These little shacks made of tin sheets instead of walls are what they call home. Many of these makeshift houses lack toilets and running water, and alleys trickle with sewage. Yet, against all odds, this slum is a place of hope. Many residents hope to eventually move to a permanent dwelling, and the government's affordable housing plan is one way to achieve that. But it costs around $3,800 for a one-room government house, and raising this sum of money is a long struggle for many in these slums.
Tungependa kuishi kwa nyumba better.
We would really love to move into better houses, but we do not have the money to afford them. Those government houses are like a dream for us, but our incomes simply don't allow it.
Under a housing plan launched in 2022, the William Ruto government aims to build 250,000 houses each year. But so far, they have been able to build only 50,000 houses a year. And out of these, only 1,000 address low and medium income earners. But as the cost of living crisis in the country spirals out of control, innovation has become key to Kenya's affordable housing ambitions. The gradual rise of 3D house printing has emerged as a beacon of hope. Along the Nairobi Expressway stands a structure which is a testament to Kenya's innovation. The compact one-story building stands out from the country's modern malls and high-rise apartments. From a distance, its magnolia-colored walls look like they have ropes coiled tightly around them. But it isn't rope. This is what one of the first 3D printed houses looks like. Construction tech company 14 Trees is driving Kenya's gradual shift to 3D houses. A machine layers special mortar to form concrete walls, replacing the traditional brick-and-mortar method. This cuts the building time by several days. The company CEO says the technology can help address the huge housing need on the African continent.
The housing need on the continent is huge. It's more than 2 million houses here in Kenya. It's more than 10 million in Nigeria. And we know that if we want to clear that backlog, we need to build differently. We need to build at scale, with speed, and with low carbon materials. And this is what construction 3D printing makes possible, so that we clear that backlog soon.
14 Trees says it takes around 2 to 3 days to build the walls of a one-story home, which, going by the conventional method, would take 2 to 3 weeks. And the company promises to build an entire house from foundation to finishings in less than 2 months. Although the firm has cracked the technology to reduce the building timeline, these houses are yet to overcome affordability barriers. These 3D homes, like many traditionally built ones, remain beyond the reach of most Kenyans. A 2-bedroom house costs $22,000 and a 3-bedroom one costs $29,000. But localizing operations is expected to bring down costs. Kenya's urban population makes up a third of the country's total population of more than 50 million. Of those living in urban areas, 70% live in informal settlements marked by a lack of basic infrastructure. And for a problem so large, Kenya's housing crisis receives remarkably little attention. But the rise of 3D housing will likely change that. It may still take a long time for it to compete with brick and mortar, but change is already underway. As more people move away from traditional cement and brick structures and embrace new forms of living, a paradigm shift in Kenya's housing sector is likely imminent.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished. On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alyson coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. The first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost